That, because anyone who read the title might not want to watch this video and just go quickly to the comment section and say, hey, no, you're wrong, you're an asshole, and blah, blah, blah. That I don't think that, obviously not all dog people are narcissists, and this isn't stating that they are, this is asking if they are. This is a, is that why? And this is less talking about everyone who likes dogs, and because, most people like dogs. I like dogs, and I'm not necessarily a dog person. And everything else. This is, I'm talking, when I'm saying are dog people, people narcissists, I'm talking about dog people who are anti-cat, specifically. So, because I know tons of dog people who are not anti-cat. They're just, they much prefer dogs. So, and they're like, oh, if you like cats, it's your thing. They're just not the pet for me. So, but the ones who are all like, cats don't love you, and cats hate you, cats are evil, like, that's the dog person I'm talking about here. So, just now that I've gotten that out of the way, I would have loved to have this video with an animal here to have as, like, a thing, but unfortunately I can't. But anyways, so I've said this in quite a few different videos, that yes, cats love you, okay? Like, cats are not evil, and cats love their humans. It's like, I've established this before, I'm not gonna get too much into that. This is specifically talking about the people, not the animals. So, and like myself, I'm a cat person, maybe a ferret person specifically, but other two, I'm a cat person. And that's mostly just because, cats are able to take care of themselves a bit better. And also, I have sensory issues a lot of the time, and dogs, sometimes when you pet them, you get that kind of grime on your hands, and it's a little, I always have to wash my hands afterwards. But there's my cousin's dog is one of those hypoallergenic dogs, and so it has hair instead of fur, and that one I don't get that grime on my hands, so I don't know if they just wash that dog often enough, but that's irrelevant. Anyways, I'm a cat person. I love my cat, and I've always loved cats, and cats are awesome, and they're adorable, and they love me. And whenever I tell people about the way my cats have acted towards me, specifically the one I have now, and I was like, oh yeah, he follows me around the house, he's always excited to see me when I get home, or even when I wake up in the morning, and he comes when I call him most of the time, he responds to his name, stuff like that. They're like, oh man, he's like a dog then, he thinks he's a dog, and I'm like, well no, because he's also like the most cat you'll ever meet. I got him when it was a family cat when I was 14, but you know how cats, they choose their humans. And he was like, okay, out of all these people I'm living with, you're my human to me. And the rest of my family nicknamed him Princess because he was, he's this fluffy cat. He looks very regal with his, he's also part Norwegian forest cat, so he's got that big fluffy chest. So he's very, like, prideful, and he's always swishing his big fluffy tail around, and he's, like, noticed me whenever when you walk by without saying hi, and, he's very, very, very cat-like in every way. And the thing is that his affection towards me is still cat-like. It's just that cats are very capable of affection. It's just you have to stop treating cats like dogs and start treating them like cats to get that affection from them. So, but another thing, even with that, cats are rather independent, and that's, I think, part of where dog people's idea of their dislike of cats comes from, is because dogs are very dependent, whereas cats are very independent, which is part of what cat people like about cats. But I think at the root of it is what dog people don't like about cats, because cats, at the very root base of it, they need their litter box changed every couple days, and they need their food refilled and their water dish refilled. And, you know, to have a very happy, healthy cat, it's important to play with him. But I mean, if you have another cat, or you let them out, or there's some mice in the house or something, you know, the cat will find ways to, but even then, if you just have some toys laying about, the cat will find ways to entertain themselves even. And, you know, cats love affection, but they can get affection from each other. And cats are very capable of being independent, and they can take care of themselves. With a dog, you have to, if you go away for a couple days, you have to hire a pet sitter. Whereas if you're only going away for a few days, then if you scoop the litter box right when you leave and then right when you get back, and you make sure that they have enough food and water for the whole time, and maybe have someone just drop by and make sure they're doing all right, then you don't actually need that much in the way of, like, the dog has to go live with your pet sitter when you're away, whereas with a cat, it's just someone dropping by to make sure that their litter or their food and their water is all good. So cats are able to take care of themselves so much better, whereas dogs, they're really dependent on their humans. And I'm not saying that's where the narcissism is, it's the fact that dogs are so obsessed with their humans. And it's kind of, that's where I'm thinking the narcissism, like, are they narcissists because of that? Because while cats do become obsessed with their humans too, there's this sort of joke that cats are sunder, which I might be mispronouncing that word. It is a Japanese word, and I am terrible with that. And I've only ever really seen it written, I haven't really heard it, and I'm just based on, like, how I think that, anyways, basically this sort of, I saw this Tumblr post, like, dogs are not afraid of showing how much they love you and how much their affection for you. Cats act like it's a coincidence that they're in the same room as you 90% of the time. So, because yeah, cats like spending time with their humans, but they don't have to be, like, constantly like, oh, I need to, hi human, oh my god, hi human, and everything else, but they're still saying, oh, hi, I like you, yes, hi. They're a lot more subtle about it. So I think it comes from that sort of, that not overt, you know, demonstration of affection, that sort of feeling that there isn't affection, even though there totally is. They just show it in their own way. And so they maybe aren't feeling like they're getting enough affection from their pets, so they feel like they need that sort of obsession. Because cats, while cats see their humans as, you know, more of a friend than, you know, whereas dogs are obsessed. It's their whole, like, their human is their master, their whole world, their everything. And whereas cats see it as someone that, their family member, a friend, someone that they care a great deal about. So, you know, much in the way humans interact. You know, if a human was doing that to you, you might go a little, okay, back off, honey. And which is why a lot of times, you know, extroverts tend to be dog people and introverts tend to be cat people. Of course, that's not an absolute rule, but it tends to be, because I know I get overstimulated from social interaction and everything else, and if a dog is constantly coming at me, I mean, I've lived with a dog before, and it's like, okay, could you just, okay, I just need a minute to myself, I love you so much, but can I have, like, 5 minutes? So, whereas a cat, but the thing is, cats will want to be with you all the time, to the point where, like, it's a common joke, where it's like, you're in the bathroom, and the cat's not there with you, the cat will be trying his damnedest to get into the bathroom, reaching his paws under the door, and meowing, because it's like, you're in the bathroom without me, human, you went to a room I can't follow you to. So, like, you know, but the thing is that, but cats need to have that sort of reassurance that they're loved too. So it's almost like cats are dog people and humans are the dogs. It's really weird, actually. I'm realizing this right now as I'm talking. But, yeah, like, yeah, it's just, and it's also, it tends to be also an issue of, you get so set in the way you see things that anytime you get any sort of evidence to the contrary, it just slips out of your consciousness. It just doesn't cement into your perception of the world. So you could have people, like cat owners all over the place, talking about how affectionate their animals are and how much their animals love them, and that's an outlier every single fucking time, even though it's not an outlier. No matter, because the thing is that you just dismiss that as an outlier and forget about it, so you don't notice how many cat owners are saying it, and for you to realize, wait a second, that's the norm, that's not an outlier. So yeah, but this video completely came around on its head, but basically, it's also, the thing is that, like, cat owners, like cat people, tend to be more whatever about dogs. They tend to have actual legitimate issues with dogs, like they're smelly or they're dirty or they're a lot of work to take care of, and stuff like that. Like, which in, like, you know, like dogs aren't dirty, or like or they're not smelly, and if you bathe them enough. Because the thing is, like, a cat person is like, my cat bathes itself. I don't have to bathe it in a lot of cases. There are some, like my family cat. He's very old. He's 16 and he can't reach because of his arthritis and his weight. So, which I'm trying to get my parents to make sure he doesn't overeat, but they don't understand. Anyways, so, like, he can't bathe himself properly, so, you know, we have to make sure he gets baths every now and then. But even then, he doesn't smell the way dogs do, because there's actually, you know, wet dog smell, there's actually bacteria in their skin, or the oils in their skin, or something like that, and it's released when they get wet. But even if they, yeah, anyways, like, dogs, they're slobbery, there is some actual, like, people who are, like, really neat and tidy about things. They tend to have some more legitimate concerns about dogs because they're big and they're clumsy and everything else, whereas cats are more delicate and everything. Cats will also knock shit over a lot because they're just curious as hell. But yeah, so there's, like, whereas, like, most of the time the dog person's argument that they don't like dogs or cats is that, you know, cats don't love you and that they're evil or some shit, when in reality that's not anywhere near the truth. So, yep.